Welcome back, my ride or dies. I literally just want to take a minute to thank each and every person who is subscribing to my channel, who's joining in on the YouTube fam from TikTok. Thank you for taking the time to come and follow me along here. I appreciate it. I know that I'm always starting my video saying thank you, but I just feel like we don't express gratitude enough. But you know, people are always quick to complain. So I just choose to be grateful in life about everything. So that's why I'm always coming on here and I'm saying thank you and thank you and thank you, because I really do appreciate it. I know you're like, okay, we get it. You're thankful, but I really do appreciate it. So I'm in the camper. I'm surrounded by a complete mess. Let me just go ahead and show you what's going on. So everything's basically in the camper because you know, it rains and I can't leave the stuff outside. So I had to literally crawl into the camper to get these cushions out because I'm going to reupholster these. They have no zipper, so they're basically sewn on. So I'm going to have to cut open these and pull them out. I did manage to get fabric, but that's a whole nother story. Hold on, let me see if I can find that for you guys. Okay, so I found fabric. Y'all probably like, girl, put your stomach away. Look, I'm embracing my little stomach, you know. It is what it is. So, I'm going to show y'all that Fireman John, hold on, because he's looking lopsided. Fireman John inspired my fabric choice. Okay, guys? He inspired my fabric choice. So it's raining today, so I can't do much in the camper. So I decided all is not lost. Your girl is going to pull out these cushions. She is going to get started on that. And I just didn't want the whole day to go to waste just because it's raining. So I decided to go to Joann's. I found some fabric. Are you guys ready to see the fabric? Literally, I saw it and I was like, I need this. I need this. I absolutely need this. Fireman John, you got some competition because look at these. Look at these boppies. Look at these boppies. I mean, look at him with the poom poom shorts. With the poom poom shorts. All right. So, I saw this fabric and literally these are men going camping. Going camping. Literally, it's like men going camping. And I thought that that's perfect since Fireman John is going to be a prominent, like, person featured on my channel and just in my camper, honestly, because I'm totally obsessed with him. I thought, why not? And a friend of mine's, her grandma, she has points accumulated with Joann's fabrics, and she had like a lot of coupons. She hooked your girl up. She hooked your girl up. So this fabric was originally $16.99. It was on clearance. On top of that, plus all the coupons and the points that she had. Guess how much your girl paid for it? For a yard. For a yard, boo. I'm going to give you a minute. Your girl paid $4. Your girl paid $4 for a yard. And they gave me this little extra piece for free. So, I'm happy and I'm excited that I was able to snag this fabric. I thought that it's just so fun, honestly. Honestly, it's just a really fun fabric. Now, I'm just going to put the cushion, I'm just going to cover the cushions with this fabric. I'm not really going to make curtains out of it. So I'm going to find, I want to find almost like a burlap sap. Like I want like a very organic, like very rustic sort of fabric, very earthy to make curtains out of. Because I just really want to pull in elements from nature. I want to make it look very like earthy, but I wanted this fun pattern. When I saw it, I was like, just have to have it. It's so fun. It's so It's so like ridiculous that it's like, why not, you know? And Fireman John got some competition. So if he ain't acting right, you know, who knows? Your girl might be looking at other men. So enough about that. But I'm super stoked about the fabric choice. And I just wanted, since I'm not going to be doing much work, and honestly, I might shoot a couple of clips to do on my YouTube channel of me ripping this off. Lately, I've been more active on TikTok, but I do need to be more active on YouTube because YouTube is my first love. So I'm not going to keep playing you guys. But I just wanted to come into the camper and talk about like just everything, honestly. The whole journey, the whole process. I want to start a series where I talk about myself and talk about my life all the way up to this point so that you guys can get a better understanding of like the whole journey. But just to give you a quick rundown, homeless 5 months ago, people were saying, girl, COVID-19 wasn't even a thing 5 months ago. I was homeless before COVID. I left a situation. I left a toxic situation and went off to start a new life. Then COVID happened and it made the situation worse. Okay? Like, Jesus. I just don't understand why people are just like, your story doesn't add up. This, that, and the third. Do I really have to give you the complete rundown with dates and like timestamps? Honestly, like, girl, I ain't got time for that. So, was homeless. I've been homeless for 5 months. And I was just tired of it, honestly. I was tired of going from house to house, couch surfing, in and out of shelters. Just it was just too much for me. It was just honestly breaking me down. And if you guys want to hear the story about when I was in the domestic women's violence shelter, that's an interesting story. I still have footage of that time that I never posted. I was like torn between posting the footage because I didn't want to discourage any women who are seeking to leave a toxic situation or to leave a harmful situation or a harmful relationship. I didn't want to discourage them by showing them the footage because honestly, the shelter that I went into was like intense. Like it was intense. It was like, I have been in shelters like in and out all my life, honestly. From the age of 13, I used to wait online for a bed every night at a shelter when I was young. I've been in several different shelters, some in the Bronx, some in Brooklyn, some in Queens even. So I know a lot about shelters, but the shelter that I went into, I had never experienced a shelter like that. And that was like a really, really hard time for me. And I took some footage, but I looked back at the footage and I was like, I don't know. I just don't want to discourage anybody. It really is, you know, going into a shelter really, really is like, there's no way you can prepare for it, but it's hard. It's hard. And it's a shock. And but it's there for a reason. And it helps a lot of people. So I don't want to discourage anybody from going to a shelter, but I do have that footage. But yeah, I was just tired. And honestly, I used to watch YouTube videos about van lifers. And, you know, and I thought, well, I have a truck. Let me see if I can get a camper to haul on the back of the truck. Let me just look into it, you know. And I started YouTubing truck campers and stuff like that. And then I found somebody, I forgot their channel, but they had a slide-in truck camper, one that fits in the back of their pickup truck. And I was like, I didn't even know that was a thing. So the minute that I found that out, I was like on the search on Facebook Market, on Craigslist, on Let Go, on so many outlets. I even joined a lot of RV groups on Facebook to try to find a camper. And it seems like, I think I said this in my other video before, but I was finding campers around my price range that were like in really, really bad shape. But I was like, you know what? It's better than nothing. And it seemed like they were like going like that. Like people were just buying them. So I was lucky enough to find a seller who was willing to wait until I got to Vermont, because I bought the camper in Vermont. I was in New York at the time, staying with my sister. And I was just, honestly tired of couch surfing. I was honestly tired of not having like a stable place to live. And if you ever had to stay in somebody's house, it's just uncomfortable, no matter how welcome they make you feel. It's just uncomfortable. You feel like you can't move around the way you want to move. You feel like you can't do what you want to do, or you can't have your space, or you can't have your time to sort of think. And you just have to think about everybody and everything. And I was just going through so much. It seems like the minute I left that toxic situation, everything just completely went to crap. Like, it went downhill. When I tell you, life came at me with a pow pow, and I was just like, whoa. Like, whoa. And then COVID happened and everything. Like, honestly, I have been through so much in these past 5 months. I still have whiplash from life. I still have whiplash, and I still haven't really taken the time to really sit and cope and deal with everything that I had going on and that I still have going on. I know that I'm going to have to take the time out and really sit with myself and digest everything that has happened to me. Because honestly, I'm working on survival mode. I sit here and I try to exude positivity and confidence, and honestly, I'm honestly faking it until I make it. It started off with me just, okay, you got to be grateful, you got to be positive, you got to think positive, you got to exude confidence, you got to exude this, you got to fake it till you make it. And then just by continuing on, it almost stopped being fake, and then it became real. And now I'm to this place, but there's nights that I still have flashbacks and nightmares to what was going on. There's still times where I'm afraid to go out. There's still times where I don't feel like I'm worth it, and I feel like I'm going to fail. I'm not going to lie to you guys. There are a lot of times that I still do feel that way, but I continue to get up every morning, to brush my hair, to put on my hoop earrings, to put effort into what I'm wearing, to take a shower. Any little thing you do to motivate yourself or to get yourself up, to show up for yourself, is, no matter how small it is a step in the right direction. And every single day I force myself to get up and do it, and to keep on, and to keep on, and to keep on. And because of that sort of like survival mode and that mentality, I know that there's underlying issues that I still have to deal with, and I'm going to deal with. But right now I'm focusing on the camper. And once I have, this set up, and I'm able to sort of like take a minute, sit down, breathe, and digest everything that's going on, then I'll be able to work on that more fully. And that was another reason why I wanted this camper. I had been through so much, and I just felt like I needed a space to myself, a space where I didn't have to worry about anybody else, a space where I didn't have to deal with anybody else's energy. Just be able to sit with myself and think about what I want to do. I am not oblivious to the privileges that I have, in the sense that I have no children. I don't have anything sort of that I need to look after except for myself. So because I have this, privilege in the fact that I only have to worry about myself, I want to take advantage of that and really, really, really sit with myself and think about how I want my life to look, what I want out of life, what life means to me, what is my purpose, and how am I going to fulfill that purpose. I spent so many years just in a really dark place, a really dark place that I wanted to talk about it, and I wanted to talk about a time in my life that is really, really hard for me to talk about, but I feel like it's necessary. And I am going to shoot that video because I've come such a long way. And I know that sharing that story might inspire somebody who may be feeling like, you know what is life worth living for? I just want to tell you that it may feel like it's never going to get better, but I promise you, it will. It will. It will. You just have to take it day by day. And if day by day is too long for you, take it hour by hour, minute by minute. However you need to do it, just take that time. And whenever you start to get in that dark like cycle of just thinking negatively and thinking just like, I can't do this, count your blessings. I know this sounds crazy, but when I was feeling really, really down, I would look at myself and sometimes I couldn't even look in the mirror because I just felt like I was just so ugly and hideous. I would look at my body or just look at certain things. And it started off with a mole. I don't know if I could show you guys, but I don't want to show y'all my stomach, but I kid you not, this is how small it started. I don't know if you guys can see right here, this little mole. Let me bring the camera close. This little mole right here. Bear with me because I know you guys are going to think that I'm crazy. I used to lay down like this all the time, like on my side, and just be in my negative thoughts and just feeling down and just feeling like, oh my God, nothing is ever going to change. And I would look at that one little mole and I'll be like, wow, that mole is like brown. It's not like black. It's like brown and I kind of like it. It's in a cute area. And then me looking at that birthmark, me looking at that mole and just admiring it and just the way it looked when I laid on my side, I was like, wow, I think it's beautiful. I love that I have a mole there. And then from there, it started from there. And then it just kept on. And then, you know, I would look at like my tattoos and I'll be like, I love the way the green looks on my hand, or I love the way this blue looks on my skin. And then it went from there to just other features on my body. And then that's how I was able to break that cycle of just feeling bad, feeling worthless, and feeling like I wasn't good enough and that it was never going to end. There was never going to be a happy day. I had to turn within myself. I had to look within myself and start to see the beauty within myself to then realize that I was worth more than all of this, you know? I know this video is like pretty much rambling. And I apologize for that, but I just feel like I just needed to get some stuff off of my chest. I had this whole idea of what I wanted to talk about, honestly. I wanted to talk about my great-grandmother in relations to the camper, because that's an interesting story. And it's funny how when sometimes you go back into your lineage, and into your family history, you're able to see how like the place that you're at in life or what you're doing, or say for instance you're in nursing and you go back into your past and you find out your great-great-grandmother used to be a nurse. You're like, wow, you know, like we have a history of nurses in our family. So that's what I'm talking about in relations to this. And I am going to make a separate video about that. I was going to do it with this video, but then I just started rambling like I always do. But I hope you guys just enjoy here talking with me, you know. I know that a lot of times we look for content to entertain us, but I want my channel to be a bridge or a gap where we can communicate. I want you guys to be sitting in front of your phone or your TV or however you're watching this video. I want you to feel comfortable and feel like you're just sitting back with your homegirl and you're just talking. And I want you guys to engage with me in the comments down below. Talk to me. What do you guys want to know about me? I want y'all to get to know me. I want y'all to feel comfortable. I want y'all to feel the positivity, the love, the energy. I don't want anybody on my channel to feel alone. I spend too many years feeling alone. And honestly, sitting in front of this camera, and at first I was nervous. At first I was like, I'm not going to be able to do this. This is just a dream. I've always wanted to be a YouTuber. I always wanted to have this platform, but I felt like I wasn't good enough. And when I first started this journey, I second doubted myself so many times, and I was like, but I still did it. I forced myself to do it. And you know how I did it? I would record a video, I would post it, and then I would forget that I posted it. Honestly, that's how I would do it. I would forget. I wouldn't look at it. I wouldn't do anything. I would try to avoid my channel at all costs. That's how I forced myself to start this whole process of putting myself out here on YouTube. And the reason why I even wanted YouTube was because I would watch so many hours of YouTube and my favorite YouTubers and just hearing them talk. And I felt like they were giving me content, but they weren't giving me something real, something that I felt I could relate to. And that's what I felt like was missing in YouTube. And that's what I wanted to put out there. You know, they say that if you're looking for something and you can't find it, then be the first one, you know, because maybe you're not the only one feeling that way. And that's what I want from my platform and my channel. I want you guys to feel like you're not alone. We can talk, we can communicate. And whenever you're feeling down and you just need a moment of pick me up, you could be like, you know what? Let me go on Michelle's page. Let me go on Totally Transparent. Let me look back at where she started her journey and where she at now. You know, hopefully that can inspire somebody. And let me tell you something. I am nowhere where I know I am going to be. I know that I am going to make it. Because if you don't believe in yourself, how can you expect anybody else to believe in you? So I want you guys to follow me along on my journey to see that you can go from the bottom of the barrel feeling like life is not worth living to slowly working yourself up to where you want to be. And I feel like I'm at a like not even a plateau. I feel like I'm at that point where I'm just like, okay, all it's going to take is one video for me to just and skyrocket, baby, and skyrocket. And I want y'all guys to buckle up because this ride is about to get King Ka, baby. We about to hit the top, but we're not going to go down. We just going to keep going up. We're going to keep going up, baby, because there's just no other option at this point. So thank you for watching me ramble on about any little thing that pops up in my head. I hope that I didn't bore you guys. I know that a lot of you watch my videos for camper updates, but like I said, I'm just going to really honestly be working on the cushions today. I am going to record that for you guys as well. I don't know how far along I'm going to be getting with these cushions because whatever, I'm rambling on, but I love you guys for watching. Besos. And let me give you a little titty wiggle. Oh, you guys can't see it. I'm going to give you a nice titty wiggle so y'all can feel my love. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Bye.